Hello everyone, it's Brandon here again for another video. Today's video is going to be a very fun topic in a sense because we're not talking about boring scientific or psychological stuff anymore. We're talking about some kind of supernatural stuff, and this is about bipolar disorder, and I guess the best way to start this is to first describe an experience that I've had. So, I used to wake up to an alarm clock, and it's one of those where it has two settings. And one is where it has a setting where you can have like the radio come on and play music to wake you up, like off of a local radio station. And then the other is an annoying loud beeping sound. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about an alarm like that. So, how does this radio relate to bipolar disorder and supernatural events? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, the way that this relates is last year during my manic episode, I woke up one night. I had gone to bed about 4 hours previously. I was really struggling to sleep at this time. And I woke up with this shiver of energy, like my body was like, trembling a little bit, but it was like the most energy I had ever felt go through my body. It's almost like I had touched a high voltage electric fence or something. But I will say that it really, for some reason, it did feel like some type of a spiritual energy too. Spiritual ideas do come in as a big theme in bipolar people's episodes typically. So this was like some type of intense spiritual energy is how I would describe it, flowing through my body. And immediately as I woke up, this alarm clock began going to music, and it was like picking up on weird frequencies. It was almost like interference coming through the speakers, like shh, and it was playing music. And the weird thing is that I hadn't actually been using that alarm to wake up for months, and I had been living alone. I had actually broken up from my girlfriend at the time, for a couple months. So it had only been me in the house. No one else had been in the house to tamper with this radio. And the craziest thing is that I kept this radio, and this alarm clock, always set to that annoying beeping sound. Beep, 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 like wake you up in the morning. I had never had it on that radio setting in about 8 years that I owned it. And like I said, I wasn't even using it to wake up at that point anymore. I was just using my phone. So you can see there's a little bit of a strange thing here. I have this crazy, intense surge of spiritual energy literally wake me up from a dead sleep. And then this crazy, weird interference comes across on this alarm radio device on a setting that I never use. It's a bit weird, isn't it? So, yeah, we could explain this away and say that, I don't know, maybe it was some, scientific anomaly or who knows what it could have caused it. I just think it's really strange that those two things, that surge of what I would describe as spiritual energy and this alarm clock going off, acting in a way that I had never used it before, I saw that as not being a coincidence. It's possible that it's a coincidence, but it just didn't seem probable that it's a coincidence to me. And now let's get into what I've actually heard from one of my viewers. I actually went on a Skype call with one of my viewers maybe 6 months, a year ago, and we talked, and he described an event to me. And now I was not the person who was experiencing this, but I will describe what he told me and take it with a grain of salt. But basically, this guy, he was around my age, was in a manic state, and he ended up coming across some homeless man. And they spent some time together. I think he took him to a store or something, or did something normal. And then the homeless man, I think, ended up trying to fight the guy or attack him. And the guy defended himself, the bipolar guy defended himself, and ended up kind of hurting this old homeless man, like in self-defense. And then this guy, one of my viewers, tells me, you know, in full seriousness that, and he couldn't explain it, that he had healed the wounds that he had just inflicted on this guy. Now, I don't know what kind of manic episodes you guys have had, but I've never had one where there would be a hallucination to that extent. And, you know, maybe this was a complete fiction by one of my viewers and he had some ulterior motive in trying to explain this to me. I don't really know why he would care to lie to me in just a one-on-one conversation. It's not like he's going to get attention or praise for telling me that. So maybe he's a complete liar. It's possible. But a big reason why I'm making this video is I actually want to encourage you guys in the comments section, you guys and girls out there with bipolar disorder or other mental health diagnoses, if you've had an experience like this that doesn't have a real good explanation as to how the hell this stuff happens, I'd appreciate it if you guys comment below, or even, you know, shoot me a message, or you can find me on Instagram. If you go into the About page on YouTube, you can find my Instagram on there. I've had a few people message me through there. But anyway, yeah, so talking about some crazy shit here. Did I somehow activate my radio device? Did it pick up on some type of crazy magical spiritual energy or something? Who knows? But I just want to bring it up because I feel like there are probably some of you out there who have had similar experiences. There was actually, I remember it very vaguely, but I think another one of my viewers who I talk with occasionally, she had mentioned similar stuff. So I just want to hear from you guys, what is going on? Like, do we have some type of spiritual power as people with bipolar disorder? That's kind of something I'm curious about. There have been several TED Talks lately by experts who are showing there is a link between the shaman role in ancient cultures and people with bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. And you know, shamans were notorious for their magical or spiritual or mystical abilities that our Western culture of today, modern culture, likes to discount and say didn't exist. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I make videos weekly. And give this video a like if you enjoyed it. A little thumbs up. That would be cool. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.